morning, 8 o'clock on this July 29th.
What was that voice?
I was trying to
Good
make sure.
Tuesday morning.
I was trying to make sure they felt it. You know, it was a good Tuesday morning.
It is.
Thanks so much for joining us here on ARC Rochester. I'm Stephannie Joseph.
And I'm Dan Schrack. We have 2 full hours to get through this morning, so let's run down what we have brewing for you.
All right. Breaking down the secret to sustained success. This morning, we're taking a closer look at some simple habits that can help entrepreneurs beat burnout to get back on track and stay ahead.
And then we're having a bit of a laugh this morning. With the help of the National Comedy Center, we're going to be getting a look at some of the new exhibits being offered there this summer, as well as a look at the upcoming comedy festival that's happening next week.
And later, a classic board game is getting a bit of a hometown twist. Mr. Monopoly will join us live this morning to share more about how some of your favorite local spots could make the board in a brand new Finger Lakes edition of the game.
If he can't give me $200 for pass and go, maybe he can give us like a get out of jail free card.
Sure, I'll take that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always appreciate that.
Just hand that to the officer when he gives you your speeding ticket.
Yeah.
You know, before all of that, let's get a first check of the forecast because it's still going to be a hot one out there today. Plenty of sunshine above. Meteorologist Marty Snyder sitting by this morning. What we can expect. Hey there, buddy.
Hey guys, yeah, just a hot afternoon coming up for us again today. Yesterday we hit 90 for a high. We saw a lot of sunshine. Today still some sunshine out there, but it's that hazy sunshine. I think that'll be the theme as we go through a lot of the day today. We're starting off with temperatures mainly rising back into the 70s right now. We did see a lot of places settle out pretty close to 70, even a few upper 60s out there really early this morning. Back to 73 currently. And as we go through the rest of the day, we'll see these numbers build pretty well. We'll be up to about 84 at noon, probably somewhere in the upper 80s for highs today, which again is down just a little bit relative to yesterday, but still a hot afternoon for us. Tomorrow we lose a couple more degrees, but still we keep that summer-like feel, about 86 then. A more significant drop in temperatures by the end of the week. Thursday, Friday, probably somewhere in the mid-70s for those highs, so a little cooler relatively speaking and not quite as humid. And then we just gradually come back up through the 80s into the weekend and early next week. The weekend's actually looking pretty nice, so lower humidity by the end of the week, and even the weekend, quite a bit of sunshine is in store for us. So some pretty good news for the longer term guys.
Martin, yeah. I've never called you buddy. I don't know where that came from.
I know that was new, but I'm fine with it.
It just came out of my mouth.
We're on an informal basis, so that's all good.
Spirit.
Yeah. The ones that I don't like are bud and pal.
Pal, yeah. Yeah, that could go either way, hey, pal. Yeah.
But
I'd accept
Listen,
it from Dan.
pal.
I'd accept it from you.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh, good.
All right, good. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Sure.
Buddy. All right, let's go off the top, and we're going to start with some things that have piqued our interest this morning. I'm going to kick things off, and for my off the top this morning, I want to talk about that viral moment seen around the world. Awkward, unforgettable, and instantly career-altering. You're looking at it right there. The Coldplay kiss cam that launched 1,000 headlines. It was supposed to be a simple night out, but for astronomer CEO Andy Byron and the company's chief people officer, Kristen Cabot, that Coldplay concert turned into the start of quite the scandal. The two, who were both married to other people at the time, were caught on camera in what quickly became a PR disaster. Then came a curveball no one expected. Astronomer known for its Apache airflow data tools scrambled for a response, and what they came up with was one that's getting more attention maybe than the scandal itself. A full-on ad campaign starring Gwyneth Paltrow. Yes, the Oscar winner, and yes, Chris Martin's ex. Have a listen.
Thank you for your interest in Astronomer. Hi, I'm Gwyneth Paltrow. I've been hired on a very temporary basis to speak on behalf of the 300-plus employees at Astronomer. Astronomer has gotten a lot of questions over the last few days, and they wanted me to answer the most common ones. Yes, Astronomer is the best place to run Apache airflow.
It's pretty brilliant. It is. According to Business Insider and the Wall Street Journal, this wasn't just spin. This was a savvy, self-aware pivot. Astronomer hired Ryan Reynolds' marketing firm, Maximum Effort, to create this spot. and within hours, it reframed the conversation, turning what could have been a brand implosion into a moment of viral reinvention. Now, let's be real. No company wants to be defined by a scandal, but Astronomer, they owned the moment, leaned into the absurdity, and pulled off one of the most unexpected marketing moves of the year. So the CEO and HR chief are both out. They no longer work for the company. The memes have been archived. And Gwyneth Paltrow, well, she walked away with the last word, and I'm imagining an incredible payday, all while helping a data ops company no one had ever heard of, become a big name. Now, her biographer, Amy Odell, it's not actually her biographer, it's just a biographer, Amy Odell, said the paycheck likely reached into the millions of dollars for Paltrow to film this spot with, I'm gonna guess her iPhone at home at her kitchen table.
I don't think so. Maybe not an iPhone, but maybe just small production, small.
I'm gonna guess an iPhone and a ring light at home at her kitchen table.
Usually you can tell when it's filmed on cell phone video. And I feel like that was, I don't know, maybe you have the right editing software to get something like that done. Maybe you have the latest edition. But
either way, brilliant. No exact figure, though, has been confirmed. But I guess for similar spots, she's been paid upward of $1.6 million. And I mean, cha-ching, right?
I mean, for companies nowadays, people want authenticity, you know? That's what we are. And and so for them to acknowledge
Good
it,
tie in there. Good tie in.
always have to tie it in. But for them to acknowledge it is really good because people are like, all right, you're aware. We know that you're aware. They didn't, directly talk about it as any company who's trying to distance itself from something like this would do. But at least they, took a stand.
And the thing, they hit the nail on the head by having her talk only about the company, but inserting the slides and cutting the slides off like a quarter of the way through. What the actual, and then she starts to talk about the company again.
Yeah.
So smart. The next slide that you didn't see there was, how's the social media team? And it was starting to say holding up.
Yeah.
And she continues on with more about the company. Yes, we still have space at our September convention. And I remember the stuff because it was good marketing.
Yeah.
This is how it's done.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe we should hire Maximum Effort to start marketing Arc Rochester for us.
That would be fantastic. We have a lot of
What do you think they would do? They would probably take every flub and blooper from the show.
Yeah.
And just sell that.
Make a compilation.
I think people would buy that.
Yeah, of course. People love a good I can't even say it. Compilation. Yeah.
Especially when things are falling apart or the set is literally falling over.
Oh, is that going to be the 1 year of that coming up soon?
It sure is.
Oh my gosh.
Sure is.
Glad that you're still with us.
Yep. I made it out unscathed. Got a little bit of a sore knee from that, but I'll take that to HR later. When it's convenient for me.
Yeah.
when I'm strapped for cash.
Of course. All right, we're going to turn now to fast food, my story. You may have heard about Cosmix from McDonald's. It's a drink-based cafe spinoff that launched in select areas about 2 years ago, and there were about 5 locations, 4 in Texas and 1 in Illinois. If you picked up on the past tense, the were there, McDonald's announced it would be closing those restaurants in June. So these standalone chains may be going away, but Cosmix may be getting another moment to shine. McDonald's is planning to expand its beverage offerings. The catch here is only some locations will see the change, an estimated 500, so a sizable amount. It's unclear where right now. The fast food giant will test 10 drinks coming up in September, all of them inspired by Cosmix. Some of the options include right there on your screen, another frappe flavor. So we have mocha and caramel right now. So toasted vanilla would be another one. Another caffeinated beverage, the creamy vanilla cold brew. And yes, it comes with cold foam on top, as you see right there. 2 refreshers, that's strawberry watermelon and popping tropic refresher. So anybody that's a fan of boba, maybe that'll be the drink for you. And the former has dried strawberries as well as watermelon and strawberry syrups. And then finally a Sprite Lunar Splash. The entire Cosmics menu is actually still available online. That's how I got some of the drink ingredients. There are some other snack options that are listed there that include balls of dough resembling donuts. They're called Big Pops, and they're filled with apples or hazelnut cream. Now, the drinks that I mentioned before, those are just 5 of the 10 expected to roll out in about 2 months. Cosmics was an effort by the company to compete with other specialty drink chains that resonate with younger audiences. So think of, if you've heard of it, Dutch Bros or Swig, like dirty sodas. Have you heard of that?
No. I've heard of Dutch. Isn't that the Dutch brothers?
Yeah, like coffee and...
Didn't they do bagels?
I don't...
Or maybe those are the Bagel Brothers?
Probably.
I don't know.
But Swig is like, if you've ever heard of people making soda mixtures of different kinds, it's a big thing.
Are we talking like an old-timey soda bar?
Not...
From like turn of the century?
No, they're modern, but I guess same
Like,
concept.
can I get a strawberry phosphate?
Sure. They have different names.
You can't just say, yeah.
Sure. I mean, you can make whatever you want. They have like set menus, but of course you can mix anything.
Okay.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
But in a statement, during the initial launch of Cosmics, McDonald's said it wanted to test new flavors and different tech without, quote, impacting the existing McDonald's experience for customers and crew.
Okay.
I can attest to how complicated that would be, especially during rush as a former employee. But
You worked at McDonald's?
yeah,
I
we
didn't
talked
know
about
this.
before.
No, not with me.
Yeah.
No, you've talked with Abby about it. I did not know this.
Well, yes, I did
This
work
is
at
new
McDonald's.
information.
I
What
was
did
there
you
for the
do?
rushes. I did everything. So at that time we had the touch screens. So if I worked in the front, it was mainly just making drinks from any orders that would come in through the screens.
Okay.
If people wanted to pay with cash, they could just come over and I would take their order. I did both of the windows. So first window is mainly just the order, check if you got it right, collect the money. Second window, getting the drinks together, the coffees, everything, make sure all the cream and sugar is in the coffee, getting the iced coffees together, specialty, you name it. And then I also did like fries, packing up fries, the Happy
I had no
Meals.
idea.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Were you there? No. Supersize was gone by the time you started.
Yeah,
right?
I would say.
Okay.
Yeah, the largest we did was large.
Okay. Oh, man, I didn't know this.
Yeah.
You learn something new about people every day. Wow.
Yeah.
All right, so the question is, would you try any of these drinks?
I think I would try. I'm a little nervous about the cold brew, but I'm nervous about all cold brews nowadays.
Why?
Just because they make me a little bit jittery.
Okay. So you got to drink them slow.
I think I would do the frappe for sure. I love a frappe. I'll do caramel any day, no whipped cream. And toasted vanilla sounds good.
Listen, I am a McDonald's coffee person.
Really?
McDonald's coffee, hands down, better than every other coffee chain and every other fast food restaurant.
That's interesting.
Hands down. There's something about the coffee. It's just better from McDonald's. It really is.
I forget where exactly it's from. I don't know if it's Arabica beans that they use, but I'll have to look it up. I would say it definitely doesn't hit as hard as some other places.
But it slaps.
Sure.
Stick around. We've got so much more to get to, including when we come back, Chris Lopez. He's tasting a new cup of Joe this morning from a new establishment in the city.
Yeah, you don't want to miss it. You can watch us on the go wherever you are by streaming us live on the 13 WHAM YouTube channel and, of course, foxrochester.com. We're back after this.
Rochester, as we know, has a lot of coffee shops around town, and if you're searching for a new spot to keep you caffeinated, East Avenue might have something brewing for you.
Yeah, Albunn is one of the newest coffee houses in downtown Rochester, and they're serving up a latte of options.
Oh, man, with the puns, Lopez.
Hey there, Chris. What are you trying for us now?
Dan, what are you doing drinking McDonald's coffee, man, when you have a place like Albunn Coffee on East Ave? What are you doing, Dan? We'll get back to that after this segment is done. Come on, man. I'm here with Kasim, co-owner here. Last segment, we were trying traditional tea, Adani tea. This time we're at the Yemeni station is what you guys call it. You guys do serve the drinks you can get at a coffee shop or at a McDonald's, Dan. But then you guys have this, which is a little bit more rooted in your roots, which you are from Yemen. What kind of drink am I gonna try? There's two.
Right, so this is the Yemeni station right here. As you can see, it's an open display, so you can see how we make our drinks, the Yemeni drinks, traditional drinks. And what he's making right now is the mufawar, and this is a dark, fine ground roast. It's very popular in Yemen, especially in the capital, Sana'a. And what mufawar really means is boiling. That's what it means. So it's a creamy texture with a lot of spices to it, and it has a dark, rich, bold flavor to it. So it's very fine ground, so it really has a strong coffee taste to it. And as you can see right now, he's making it, and it's similar to the Adani way, where you gotta let it boil as you add your ingredients and let it get caramelized and all that. Once it boils, then you add the evaporated milk, let it boil again, and then it's ready to be served.
And when people come in here and they're brand new, do they traditionally stick to the more Americanized drinks, or do they tend to want to try and branch out and try the Yemeni style drinks?
So we have a mix of both. You know, there's a lot of people that come in for the espresso drinks, and then you have a lot of people that come in for the Yemeni traditional drinks. And I would say the Yemeni traditional drinks are more popular in the afternoons and evenings, more than so in the morning. So just because they can be had with anything, really.
And I want to ask you, in Yemen, when people are at a coffee shop like this, and you guys have done a really good job, this is really kind of the style. If you were to travel over to Yemen, this is what a coffee shop looks like. But the coffee shops are particularly popular in the nighttime, and people drink that coffee in the nighttime as well as tea.
Right, so this is a third place socialization coffee shop. So that's the concept that they have in Yemen, and it's where people just go for an alternative to that nightlife scene, and really is where families gather, friends, groups, whatever it is. They come here, study, socialize, you name it. You know, it's a place for everyone, and it's just a great way to kind of share culture, learn more about the culture over a cup of tea or coffee,
or some mufawar.
Mufawar, yeah. This time around is not too hot.
This time I didn't burn my tongue. This is very bold here. If you were to complement this with something, what kind of food would you mix this with?
This would go with any sweets, delights, pastries. It goes with anything, really. So it's just a way to kind of lay back, chill, and enjoy some sweets.
And I want to add, that's bold, but it's very complex. So you're getting chocolate, you're getting earthy. It's more than just kind of your traditional Dan McDonald's cough, dark roast coffee. And then I want to try this. This is the Saudi coffee here. This is the opposite. This is really light roast.
Very light roast, very light flavor. It's the Saudi. Really served with dates. That's what people really have.
I like this.
So yeah, it's very light. It's
complex, fruity. There's a lot of citrus I'm getting from this. You guys are also having a grand opening. I want to push that.
Correct.
When is that, and who's going to be here?
So our grand opening is in a little over 2 weeks, August 15 at 10 a.m. Friday.
And you said the mayor is going to be here, though.
Yes, the mayor will be here. So we plan to have something nice for everyone, for the public. And so be there, and hope to see everyone.
And if you can't make the grand opening, 7 a.m. until midnight. And you said if you really want to get that Yemeni atmosphere, come at nighttime, not during the morning, or you can come both. Grab your coffee in the morning, come grab some tea at night. We're going to be here for one more hit. Guess what? They serve matcha. So we're going to be trying that out next up. Back to you guys in studio.
You just took Steph's breath away when you said they serve matcha. But Steph, I hate to burst your bubble. Chris is pretty selfish on these live shots. He won't be bringing anything back for you.
Yeah, I'm sure. I guess I'll have to go out on my own.
Yep.
Somewhere.
When Ark Rochester returns after the break, it's this morning's weather trivia.
Meteorologist Marty Snyder will join us after this. Welcome back. Meteorologist Marty Snyder joins us now with a look at today's warm and sunny forecast, but also some weather trivia.
Yeah, some weather trivia today. Since it's quiet here, we're going to talk about some severe weather. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay. Change it up a little bit. We're talking about hailstones. And, we want to know about the biggest one ever recorded in the Western Hemisphere by weight.
Okay.
We're going to be
by
weighing
weight.
it. How heavy was this thing that fell from the sky? And it was 15 years ago this month that was recorded. That heaviest one was recorded.
35 pounds.
Okay, well, here are your choices. A little bit lower than that.
A little bit lower.
This isn't a carnival game. But yeah, your choices are 1.46 pounds, 1.74 pounds, 1.94 pounds, or 2.56 pounds.
Okay,
it's kinda-
Steph, which one's the ding dong?
I feel like I can't decide. Part of me wants to say the distractors are B and C. And that one of the ding dongs is A or D.
See, I wanted to say C was the answer,
Okay.
just because it's. I don't know. I honestly, it's whatever I choose today will be a total random guess because I didn't cheat today. I didn't see you have the answer up or the fake answer up today.
Yeah.
It
I kept it a little
usually,
more secret today.
the ding dong distractor method works when you study. Because it's just like, if you know the answer, then you know what the distractors are and you know what
okay.
Right,
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
And this one's kind of random. It's just a random weight, so it's kind of hard to find one that's.
Then you know what you need to start giving us the topic the night before so we can go home
so
and
you can
hit
kinda
the books.
Study it a little bit.
And
Yeah.
that way we'll be able to figure it out better.
If you get a little closer.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that. We'll have the answer coming up right around the top of the upcoming hour.
Sounds good.
But for us today, just kind of a quiet weather day. Like I mentioned, we were talking about hailstones because our weather is just quiet today. For us today, we're going to see at least some sunshine win out, and looks like a nice afternoon for us. Numbers move along pretty well. 84 at noon, probably somewhere in the upper 80s for highs today, and another warm or even hot afternoon. Down a little bit as compared to where we have been. We did hit 90 yesterday. Today, a little different story where we'll be in the upper 80s. But you can see some of those strong thunderstorms that were off to our west. And notice how they really just collapsed very early this morning. And that activity was well away from us. A lot of that even out beyond Chicago. So bottom line, really not much happening for us other than the pretty hot weather that we have been seeing. We're going to change that for the longer term. Not so much today. Today we'll probably lose a couple degrees relative to yesterday, but we're going to see at least some sunshine win out pretty well for much of the day. That's going to help to drive these numbers up pretty well. We're starting off with temperatures rising through the 70s, 73 currently. We did start off pretty close to 70 across a lot of the area, but already we're seeing these numbers bounce back a little bit. A lot of areas to the east in that mid to even almost upper 70s range at this point. A lot of 77s from Ontario, Waterloo, South Bristol as well. Even Batavia to the west coming in at 77. Most other areas a little shy of that 77 range, but rising through the 70s nonetheless. And we're going to see these numbers get back into the 80s today and well into that category. Here's a look at today. Really not much happening even as far as cloud cover goes. Just not too many of those to go around. Mainly sunny skies, helping to put temperatures in the upper 80s. Going into tonight, expect mainly clear skies for a lot of the night. A couple little exceptions to the rule here and there. We'll be in the mid 60s for lows. And then for tomorrow, back into some sun. If you look closely, you can see a couple little showers try to form to the south, but never really have much success tomorrow. So technically tomorrow, that risk of rain does come up a little bit, but still stays extremely low. And I think most areas stay dry. But today, about 88 for a high. We'll drop down to 86 tomorrow. So we lose a couple degrees between today and tomorrow, just like we did between yesterday and today. So it's that downward trend. More significant drop in temperatures heading into Thursday, about 76 at that point. Lower humidity for that Thursday-Friday pairing. And as we get into the weekend and early next week, those numbers start to rise back into the 80s, so a little bit of an increase in numbers then. But we never really get up to the range where we have been. So definite summer-like feel for those days, but not quite the excessive heat or humidity that we've been seeing in some cases over these last few days.
Friday looks like the perfect day to dine al fresco, whether it's lunch or dinner or drinks out on a patio somewhere.
We were all supposed to go to lunch. I know it's being rescheduled.
Yeah.
It would have been a good day for
Would have been perfect, yeah.
I wonder why it's being rescheduled.
And of course, we gave it
don't look at me.
No, it does look like it's going to be a perfect day, though, for really any outdoor activity.
Beautiful day. And I think the best part is that humidity is going to drop down a lot. So it's not just the temperature, it's the humidity. The two categories are going to drop down pretty well for us.
Because it's that humidity that really makes it
unbearable.
sweltering. Yeah, exactly. It makes it very heavy for people.
Yeah.
You know?
Even after those temperatures came down a little bit at the end of yesterday, I was still out there working. It was like 8, 9 o'clock at night. I'm still trying to finish up the patio with my power washing that I was doing, and now it's putting the sand in all the cracks between the stones.
Yep.
So we don't get the weeds growing up.
What is it? Is this a pepper grinder?
It's the lattice. It's the right angles. Yeah.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I got to get that done. So I think I'm done. I have to go back and inspect it today and make sure everything was all filled in. But I'm finally getting there. But it was hot yesterday, just humid in the evening, even after the sun got low in the sky.
Ashley, get your mind out of the gutter. Producer Ashley jumps in my ear with some things sometimes, and if I could repeat them, I'd lose my job. Somehow, she still has a job. I don't know how. Hey,
She didn't dare say it to me, though.
No,
I didn't hear it. It was your ear.
He probably would have said it.
Thank you, Marty.
Sure.
Hey, don't go anywhere. We've got much more to get to here on Arc Rochester.
We're back on the other side of the break. 8:33 this Tuesday morning. Thanks so much for sticking with us here on ARC Rochester. We now want to take you behind the story, that breaking news out of New York City.
At least 4 people are dead, including an off-duty police officer, after a gunman opened fire inside an office building yesterday evening.
Yeah, that gunman, who's now been identified, is also dead after a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
CNN's Amy Kelley has the latest on the investigation.
We've got report of gunfire.
Pure evil came to the heart of our city.
A New York City police officer and at least 3 other victims are dead after a shooting in a Manhattan office building yesterday evening. The police commissioner says 36-year-old fallen officer Didarul Islam was there working security.
Officer Islam was married with 2 young boys, and his wife is pregnant with their 3rd child.
He's a true blue New Yorker, not only in the uniform he wore, but in his spirit and energy of loving this city.
The Park Avenue high-rise houses the offices of the NFL. It says one of its employees was seriously injured in the attack. An official with knowledge of the investigation says the suspect had a grievance with the Football League. Officials say he walked into the building carrying an M4 assault rifle. They say he opened fire in the lobby and on the 33rd floor and later died of an apparently self-inflicted wound.
He wasn't there looking to kill people at random. He could have done that right on the streets of Midtown Manhattan with that rifle and taken a lot more lives.
Police identify the suspect as a 27-year-old from Las Vegas with a mental health history. They say he had a concealed carry license and no significant criminal record. Multiple agencies are investigating.
This is a guy who went into that building intending to kill someone, and probably knowing he was not going to come out alive.
I'm Amy Kelley reporting.
Such a tragic story, New York City was on record to have one of the lowest years of violent crimes and shooting homicides in recent decades this year, and I think this kind of takes away from that as a headline, because again, you have 4 people who lost their lives at the hands of one man who was walking through the city with a rifle, targeting individuals for whatever reason, and it's truly just a tragedy.
Yeah, it really came as a shock. I think like seeing that news come through on social media, people even posting TikToks about the chaos right there on scene. You're taking a look at that right now, but it really is shocking. And just to go into more detail about who the suspected gunman was, that's 27-year-old Shane Tamura of Las Vegas, as you had heard in the story right there. You could see in pictures that have been posted on different outlets as well as social media how large the rifle itself was, and him just walking through and then, of course, targeting this building.
Yeah, targeting this building and then ultimately taking his own life. Now, police say that he does have a history of a documented mental health history. The full extent of that not disclosed. We do know that following this shooting, there was a raid on his home in Las Vegas yesterday. Still not sure what has come from that raid, but I'm sure more will come out today as this investigation continues, because when you're in the throes of this, when this is all going on, there's not a whole lot of investigating. It's mitigating any further risk to the public, and as you mentioned, to the chaos of that. I know there's tons of video footage on social media and on television. The chaotic scenes of these poor people running from that building, not knowing what's going on, hearing gunfire, being told there is an active shooter situation, and fearing for their lives. And you know, you're in that situation, you don't know where to go, which way to run, that you believe is safe, and that of course will lead to chaos.
Yeah, and in these situations, besides wanting to just process and kind of understand exactly what's going on here, I think that question again comes up from people that obviously weren't on scene, but motive. Why did this happen?
Yeah.
That'll often be a question, and that is an answer that we don't know right now.
No.
Some sources are reporting different things. We've seen on different outlets like AP and ABC that there was a note allegedly in the suspect's pocket that had said he suffered from CTE. So besides the mental health aspect of things, there's also this potential medical diagnosis, obviously linked to head trauma.
Yeah, and grievances, that note apparently said, with the NFL. And of course, we know that building to be the headquarters of the NFL. And so you can only imagine the destruction that he was intending to cause when he stormed that building with that M4 rifle yesterday evening, right around 6:30. Again, a developing story, one that you know, a lot of people will want to speculate on, but that's something you just can't do because it does no one any good. And until police get into this full investigation and actually come out with tangible information and tangible evidence, there's a lot of hearsay out there. So you just got to take it one day at a time, and in the investigation, one moment at a time.
Yeah, and I'm sure that they are thinking of the victims of this unfortunate tragedy, especially that off-duty NYPD officer who leaves behind 2 children, and I believe a third who hasn't been
His
born
wife
yet.
was pregnant. Yeah, really tragic. I know the governor came out with a statement saying he was from Bangladesh. He was an immigrant working for the NYPD, and it really just a tragic situation. And there it is. An immigrant from Bangladesh. He joined the NYPD to protect his city and gave his life doing so. He leaves behind a wife, 2 young sons, and a 3rd child on the way. And of course, the governor, asking New York State and the country to hold his family in their hearts and prayers, and really just a devastating blow to the nation.
Yeah, all around. And I'm sure this is a story we will, of course, continue to follow for you right here as we learn more about the other victims in this case and any status update on those injured.
Absolutely. Stick around. A lot more to come right here on ARC Rochester, including when we come back. It's this morning's Crime Stoppers.
And don't forget that you can watch us on the go wherever you are by streaming us live on the 13 WHAM YouTube channel or foxrochester.com. We're back after this. The Brighton Police Department is currently investigating a string of dirt bike and ATV thefts, as well as break-ins at a local power sports shop on West Henrietta Road.
For this morning's Crime Stoppers, we're taking a closer look at the details of this case and where the investigation stands. For more, we're joined now by Sergeant Brad Clouston. Thank you so much for coming in this morning. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So let's start with the dirt bike and ATV theft issue. We know there is, at least within the city of Rochester, and then it has a tendency to spill over, there are a lot of illegal dirt bikes and ATVs on the roads.
Yeah.
But talk to us specifically about the issue of theft when it comes to those vehicles.
Yeah, so thefts occur a variety of different ways. What we've seen since the beginning of June, we've had a string of burglaries at local power sport showrooms where they're breaking in during the night hours and stealing brand new ATVs and dirt bikes. It's been happening in Monroe County and the adjacent counties nearby.
And do you happen to notice not only a seasonal uptick, but maybe a yearly uptick in crimes like this?
Yeah, it definitely happens throughout the year, more so in the summertime though. And historically, we've always seen it on a lot of Facebook and Craigslist type thefts, but this uptick with the burglaries at the different power sport locations has definitely been a little different.
I have to imagine, because there is the rise in this crime, that some of those dirt bikes, ATVs, things of that nature have been seized, have been, in some of the operations by other departments to get those illegal vehicles off the streets.
Yeah.
How are they making it to the street? What's happening? Are people then going on and selling them, putting them on Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist? What happens after the theft?
Well, the thefts are typically occurring on Facebook Marketplace and services like that, where a lot of times they'll meet up to potentially buy a new dirt bike, and when they go, they ask for a test drive, and then they just drive it off, and then they either keep it, the person who stole it, or then possibly they may be reselling it. The burglaries that we've seen so far, I can't really say what they're doing with those dirt bikes, whether they're keeping them and reselling them for brand new, or they're using them for their own benefit. Time will tell with that.
And do you often have to coordinate with other police departments to maybe make sure that you get someone who's in a different area or who maybe traveled to do this crime in a different place?
Yeah, in Monroe County, all the agencies work very well together. So typically with all types of crimes, including this, we're working together to try to put an end to it, especially when there's a specific crime that seems to continually be going about.
What's that line of communication look like? How does that actually work?
Typically, the investigators will meet on, I believe it's a weekly basis, and go over trends that are happening and problem solve different ways of looking for the crimes, preventing them in the future. Like for these ATV thefts, for instance, we're definitely doing more patrols into their parking lots and identifying different places where they may be targeting next.
I would imagine that's got to be a thankless task to be on one of that task force, because just as quickly as you guys work to, kind of stop it before it gets any worse, they're off in a different direction trying something else.
Yeah, a lot of times it is playing catch up, but through looking at trends and meeting with other agencies, seeing what they're seeing and developing ideas to prevent it in the future, they do work tirelessly to attempt to do that.
I bet.
I do want to talk more specifically about power sports a little bit. How often had these burglaries been taking place?
To my knowledge, until the beginning of June, it's been very infrequent. I'm not saying it hasn't happened in the past. It certainly has. We've had some in the past few years, but with the frequency of how often it's been happening since June, there's been several of these, not, like I said, not only in Monroe County, but in Wayne County, Ontario County, and the surrounding counties that also have dealerships.
And is it clear in these cases that they're after the one thing, they're after the ATV or the dirt bike? They're not looking to, try and see if there's money in the cash register?
It definitely seems to be more targeted towards dirt bikes and motorcycles.
Yeah.
And so if anybody has a tip or anything that they want to share, like maybe I saw this dirt bike or I suspect that this may be stolen, how can they reach out?
Yeah, so you can always call 911 and an officer will respond or contact you via phone if that's what you're looking for. If you'd like to remain anonymous, you can also do that through 911, but there's a variety of other ways to report those types of things as well. You can call 311. Most of the police departments have a website set up so you can submit a tip, whether with your contact information or anonymously. In Brighton, we have Crime Watch. So if you Google Brighton Police Department, it's one of the top searches for crimewatch.net. And it's very easy to navigate, but you can submit a tip through that as well.
And you can always call Crime Stoppers, that number right there at the bottom of your screen, 423-9300. Sergeant, thanks so much for your time this morning.
Thanks
really
for having
appreciate
me.
it.
Appreciate it.
Hey, stick around. When ARC Rochester returns, it's time for another cup of coffee.
Chris Lopez is sampling some at a new coffee spot in the city. He's back on the other side of the break. Coffee and more coffee. There is no shortage of coffee shops in the Flower City, each with their own style and specialty drinks. Hot, iced, cold foam, frappa, mocha, matcha, you name it, they have got it.
And now a brand new spot on East Avenue is joining that lineup, bringing a unique Yemeni twist to the local coffee scene. Our Chris Lopez has been there all morning at Albunn Coffee House for us. Chris, what you got?
Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, we've been doing tea, we've been doing coffee, we're getting into the matcha, just like Dan said. They have it here at Albunn Coffee House. Real quick, I'm here with Kasim, co-owner here. Let's remind people, what is Albunn? What's the meaning?
So Albunn is coffee grounds in Arabic, and that's, we came up with that name to be unique and different, and just to represent the Yemeni coffee culture as a whole.
And even though you guys' specialty here, it's in the name, coffee. You serve much more than that. We were talking refreshers, coffee, tea, traditional Yemeni style tea, regular stuff you're going to get at an American coffee shop. But we got to get to the thing that's very popular now, especially here in New York, the matcha.
Our matcha drinks, very well known out here in Rochester. Very made with a lot of love and made very uniquely. And not only that, the way we display it and present it is very aesthetic and something nice, where a lot of people really come in here for it and really enjoy it. So We have matcha right now. As you can see, Tanya is making it right now. She's making the strawberry matcha. And that's the process of making matcha. So we do it the old-fashioned way.
The whisk.
Yes.
I'm very familiar with that, the whisk there. You guys don't take any shortcuts.
No, we do it the right way here. So as you can see right now, she's pouring over the water. Everything is measured to the T, and make sure our quality is always right. So we try to have all the measurements right for everyone. So whether we have a different person working different shifts, they come in and make the same way. So.
And you guys are making right now the strawberry matcha. You said that's the heavy hitter. When people come in and they ask you maybe what kind of matcha should I have, strawberry matcha.
So yeah, strawberry matcha is pretty popular. We also have other drinks. We have the mango matcha, which is also very well popular. Banana matcha. We have the rose matcha. All of these, you can't go wrong with any of them. But strawberry probably is up there right now as far as the most trending and popular one.
And then we've also neglected the desserts.
Correct.
You guys have so many different pastries. You have cookies, you have cakes, chocolate, fruity. You have it all.
Yeah, we have a very unique lineup of desserts. We are contracted with special occasions in Rochester. We are the only place that serves their pastries. So as you can see right here, we have all sorts of desserts, all sorts of cheesecakes, eclairs, European pastries, you name it. And over here, Matt is going to be pouring the chocolate over the San Sebastian cheesecake.
You told me that's what I should try.
Yeah, and that's what I recommend you try right now. Very well, very smooth and creamy.
Goes well with the matcha?
Something out of this world. It goes with anything. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta ask you, you serve so many drinks. What's your favorite drink?
My favorite drink here, I like the mojitos. It's very refreshing. You can get a base of Red Bull or Sprite. We put mint as well as limes. It's very, very refreshing, very nice. And as you can see right here, we have the San Sebastian. Just let me know how you taste it.
That's perfect right there. If someone wants to come in, what are you guys doing right now? What are these?
All these are the fruit ice creams. Very trending, very popular out here. We have the mango, strawberry, and peach fruit ice cream. It tastes like real fruit.
Okay, and what I love about you guys take a lot of pride in your presentation. I mean, this place is absolutely amazing. And not only is the spot amazing when you walk in here, but the presentation of the drinks as well, from the cups to how you guys make it. Why is that so important to you guys? Because you could just pour, serve, forget, next person, next person, next person.
So we take pride in our quality, and after that we take pride in our presentation and ambiance. So we want to make sure that everything's very aesthetic, very pleasing to the eye. If you serve it right, it's going to taste right.
7 a.m. all the way until midnight. Come check this place out. The matcha, the desserts, the coffee, the tea. They do it traditional. They do it as you would see in any other coffee shop. Check this place out. Grand opening when?
Friday, August 15 at 10 a.m.
There we go.
Be there.
We got to pay some bills. Stay tuned here on ARC Rochester. Back to you guys in studio.
9:01 on this July 29th. Thanks so much for joining us here on Arc Rochester. I'm Stephannie Joseph.
I'm Dan Schrack. That is meteorologist Marty Snyder back with us again with a check of the local forecast and the answer to today's weather trivia question. And we are talking hail. What the hail?
Hail.
Marty?
Yes. Hailstones.
Hailstones.
Yeah.
I mean, it's better than a kidney stone, I suppose.
That's true.
Oh,
yeah,
that's for
it
sure.
could be worse, especially when you're talking about the size that this one was.
Yes. Yes. When they're weighing your kidney stones.
Right. When the unit is pounds, that definitely not be good. But yeah, we want to know in the Western Hemisphere how big was the biggest hailstone that was weighed. So we're going by the weight of it. And you have to keep in mind that, as these sit there and wait to be weighed, they're going to lose some weight. So likely it was a little bit heavier when it actually did fall. But the actual question was the heaviest hailstone ever recorded in the Western Hemisphere fell from the sky 15 years ago this month. How much did it weigh? And here are the choices. You had anywhere between 1.5 pounds up until 2 pounds. So we have, let's see, Eva with B, Julie with B, and Cheryl with C.
And Stephannie with...
The wrong answer.
Why?
Sure,
Because what... Okay.
Sure, you're close at
Yeah,
least.
give us your analysis.
Give yourself
Every
some credit.
time I choose a ding dong and today a distractor, it's wrong. So we should just go with the opposite of what
You
I
don't even
say.
know what the right answer is.
Yeah.
Have some confidence.
I was going to... Listen, I wanted to go with C. Because, I don't know, 1.94 just looked good.
Okay.
But I feel like it might be 2.5 pounds. That sounds plausible to me. That sounds like solid ice baseball.
Right. Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So
So
that's
what's your final answer?
That's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with 2.56 pounds.
All right. Steph, what do you think?
I feel like that just...
Don't be a ding-dong, Steph.
I was going to choose D, but how could the answer be D 2 days in a row?
Oh.
It
Well,
wasn't
you're really
D
good.
yesterday, though.
I thought it was.
No, I think it wasn't.
I think I may have had it up there as the, just left it up there for Dan to see.
Yes.
Oh.
So I think the fake answer was
The
D.
fake answer
Yeah.
was D. A was the real answer yesterday.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll go with D.
Okay. The answer, C. Oh, you're close. You're close.
Should have.
Cheryl had the right
Listen,
answer.
yeah. Oftentimes the first guess is the right one.
Yeah, that's what they always say. And this one fell in Vivian, South Dakota. It was back in July of 2010. And as I mentioned before, it was 1.94 pounds when it was finally weighed. So, you think about these things, they fall. Usually it's warm outside, so you're melting, you're sublimating, you're losing some of that mass
So
by the
it
time
could
it's
have been
weighed.
2.56.
It very well could have. Yes. It was somewhere likely above 1.94. So
Gonna contest that answer.
you could have been right. Yeah.
Yes,
Could have
yes.
been.
Yeah.
So we're going to go from hail to muddy paws. We're going to
Okay.
talk about just some rain, and there may not be much
Look at
of
the
it.
first.
Look
We
at
have
this.
Kelley today. No, we had Kelley the cat yesterday. And I had to double check just to make sure we got the names right. But this is Kelley the dog, just waiting to go somewhere, waiting
Look at
for a
that.
ride.
The eyes are closed like the sunshine is almost too bright for my eyes
Yeah.
in the car.
Yeah.
I think the
haven't
AC
had
is
my
probably
coffee.
running.
There's
Yeah,
that
Just
too,
enjoying
yeah.
that AC.
Yeah.
And,
I need my pup cup from Starbucks, please.
Right, right. And actually, it's going to be pretty dry for a lot of these days. Today's going to be a dry day. I think Wednesday, Thursday, the risk of rain comes up a little bit. And as I've mentioned before, it's one of those cases where, the chance is there, but the chance is close to 20%. So you have 1 in 5 odds. So likely we'll go with a dry option on those. So, it looks pretty dry for a lot of this week.
Sold.
Yeah, even into the weekend. So really not too bad. But today just a beautiful day coming up for us. Summer-like. We'll rise to about 84 by noon, probably somewhere in the upper 80s for highs today. Again, some scattered clouds. That should be about it. The high yesterday was 90. Likely will fall just a little bit shy of that number today. Still well into the 80s, still above average, but not quite to the extent that we saw yesterday. And any of those thunderstorms that were well to our west, that were really pushing through portions of the Plain States quite effectively overnight last night, they've just really diminished. So not even much of an issue. And even those were well away from us. So really wasn't much of a concern of ours, but it was out in the Plain States. But for us today, dry start. I think it's going to stay that way straight through. You can see how we're seeing a good amount of sunshine. There are your shadows, Dan. Of, the
Thank you for
towers
pointing it out.
on Pinnacle Hill, as the sun moves across the sky. And nice to see those shadows cast. We have been seeing a lot of that sunshine out there. 78 right now, so numbers moving along well. That dew point, that's really spiked just in the past hour. That's coming in just shy of 70, so fairly humid air out there at this point. A lot of places coming in well into the 70s, almost 80. A couple places just shy of that. Notice South Bristol, Dansville, just a degree shy of 80 at this point. We'll rise into the 80s for highs thanks to a lot of sun. There's today, just a lot of sun, a couple scattered clouds. That should be about it. Tonight, mainly clear. We'll drop down to about the mid-60s, which is down a little bit relative to recent nights, but still a pretty warm night. And then for tomorrow, if you weren't looking closely, you probably missed those couple little showers that may try to form. It's going to be a very isolated activity that may pop up tomorrow afternoon. Few and far between for any of those showers that form. So, yeah, on paper, the risk of rain does increase tomorrow, but we just go from 10 to 20% chance. So risk does stay pretty low. Next couple days in the 80s for highs, but a more noticeable change by Thursday. Just the temperature drops. And also on top of that, the humidity is going to pull back as well. So a very big difference in how that 86 on Wednesday and the 76 on Thursday will feel. We keep some of the sun around on Friday, 76 then, and then slowly rising back through the 80s into the weekend. So not quite as humid, but those numbers come up a little bit. So a summer-like feel, but just not quite as oppressive as some of these recent days have been for us.
That's fine with me.
Absolutely.
Little break.
It's a nice break from the humidity and still gorgeous weather.
Yeah, and that's it. It looks like a lot of sunshine, humidity lower by the end of the week, and a little cooler, but temperatures in the 70s. A cool day this time of year isn't a bad day. So we'll look at it that way. It looks pretty nice for us.
Okay, so here's the question.
Yeah.
This time of week, when it's a Tuesday, it's like one of those days, oh, God, we still got all of these days ahead.
Right.
I like to think about the weekend.
Yeah.
And make grandiose plans in my head of things that I know will never happen and that I'm not going to do. Well, because by the time you hit that threshold, it's like, okay, I need a solid day.
Yeah.
Just to marinate on the bed. You know what I mean?
See, that's the worst part.
Bed
I get
rock.
into Saturday morning and I'm like, I just need a day to recuperate.
Yeah.
I want to enjoy that day of summer if it's beautiful.
I
but
know.
I just need to back off. That's why I said I usually keep the coffee on the bedstand next to me. So I'm like, it's beautiful outside. I start drinking that coffee and then I finally get out of bed and enjoy the day.
Listen, that's why I am launching my political career right here today.
Okay.
I am running for president 2032. Put my name on the ballot. We're going to a 4-day work week.
Ooh.
Okay.
That is my promise to the American people.
All right.
A 4-day work week.
Well, then Tuesday becomes
good.
Monday.
Ashley's not on board. I'm not
said-
getting her vote. She said, wrap it up.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, stick around. A lot more to come here on ARC Rochester, including when we come back. We're giving some tips on how entrepreneurs can change their mindset and stay on track.
Take us with you. You can watch us on the go wherever you are by streaming us live on the 13 WHAM YouTube channel and, of course, foxrochester.com. We're back after this.
Vote for me. 12, welcome back. For business owners and entrepreneurs alike, sometimes being positive and keeping your head high is easier said than done. But what if the secret to success isn't working harder, but thinking differently?
This morning, we are getting some advice on how we can have a successful mindset and reset our thinking to help beat that burnout. For more, we are joined now by motivational speaker Ramon Ray. Good morning to you.
Hey, good morning, Stephannie. Good to be here. Good morning, Dan. And Dan, you have my vote. I just voted in the ballot box for you today. Just did it.
Thank you, Ramon. At least one person around here has a sense about them. We appreciate you joining us, my friend. Let's dive right in. Here we are heading into the end of summer. I don't want to say the end of summer yet, but heading into that season. And for a lot of people, it's a struggle. We're getting ready for what for some businesses can be a very slow time, and for other businesses, what can be, the season where they need to be rip-roaring ready to go. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, for sure. And Stephannie and Daniel, listen, you look at any of the famous companies of the day, Starbucks, Uber, Google, Microsoft, take any of the ones that we all know. And oftentimes the leader at the top and the executive team, the one big difference was mindset. Two people could be doing the exact same thing. One person has a mindset of excellence, has a mindset of can do, has a mindset of let's keep going, has a mindset let's keep moving on. The other one has a mindset of hey, the cup is half empty. That will be the game-changing difference for business owners, for professionals, and I must say even anyone. Mindset is the number one thing. My children always tease me about that. Dad, we can say we did this to the car, or it's too hot, or we spilled some milk or something, and you always smile and say, that's okay, let's keep going on. So as an entrepreneur myself, who started 5 businesses, sold 3 businesses, and has been blessed in life, I think it's been the number one thing has been mindset. A little bit of luck, tiny bit of luck, but most of it's been indeed mindset, and choosing to have a different mindset no matter the circumstance, for sure.
And I know that entrepreneurship is not linear for everyone. Oftentimes you hear about there was a failure here, maybe another one before reaching that point. But with social media, it can kind of seem like a lot of people take a fast track to that success. So how do you recommend people detach from what's sort of online and be ready for their own process?
Yeah, Stephannie, I'm so glad you brought that up, because me scrolling, and looking at Stephanie's life or Dan's life and thinking it's mine, it doesn't work. So I think the one thing we can do that doesn't mean get off social media. We want you to watch TV, watch this show, and enjoy your life. But for sure, you can't do this doom scrolling and let that mean, oh, I should be that way. Instead, see how can I better myself? How can I change myself? One thing I often say, let's all try to be, instead of being the thermometer in a room that we're changed by the events around us, let's be the thermostat in the room and make sure we impact and change every single room that we're in. But you're exactly right. That scrolling on social media, that impacts me sometimes. I'm looking at it. Ooh, look at them. They got on the stage. I didn't get on. And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm doing okay too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's a big difference.
Well, and I do like that you brought that up, Steph, because nobody's out there posting their failures. We look at some of these people and we say, oh, overnight success story right here. No, you didn't see the 20 years of falling on their face and picking themselves back up time and time again to get to that success.
Yeah, no, 100%. I was cautioning one entrepreneur. She's my niece. I'll shout her out. She's my niece. And she said, but look at them. She's starting a food company. She said, they just did it and got on Oprah's or got on this famous person's. And I said, no, wait a minute here. You didn't read further down in the article. They were in debt. This happened to them. They declared bankruptcy. They fell on their face, as you said, Dan, and they got back up again. So the one nugget of the day today is, the circumstances happens to all of us. What happens to all of us may be the same, but our mindset change and choosing to have a different mindset can be the game changer for everything we're doing. We'll have a better business, have a better life, and our family will probably thank us too, for sure.
Sometimes that shift, though, in mindset, Ramon, is, as I mentioned in the intro here, easier said than done. Yeah. Is there a specific system or a specific path people can take to try and get into that headspace easier than, just constantly saying the glass is half empty, the glass is half empty. How do we get to that point in life or in business where we can say the glass is half full?
Yeah. 2 or 3 things I'd suggest that everybody do. One is what I did yesterday and I do every day. How do you start your day? My friend Glenn Lundy often says, how you start your day makes a dramatic impact on the rest of the day. That's one. Number 2, Dan, who are you around? Are you around people, not Pollyannas and everything is great when it's not, but at least are more encouraging, are more determined to say, hey, let's keep moving on and hold your hand and help you rise. So that's 2. Who are you hanging around? And number 3, I'll go back to what you said, Stephannie. That scrolling and scrolling and scrolling on social media, you boop, hit that button, boop, hit that button. It can impact you. So go on social media, scroll, but you can change what goes into your feed by hearing more positivity, hearing more good things that go into your mind and not the negative.
And you had alluded to something earlier, kind of talking about, deserving to be in the room. You are in the room, therefore you deserve to be there. How do you recommend that someone, as they're navigating a new space, or maybe they're going into that tough time and they're like, do I really deserve to be here? Why am I here?
One of the number one things I see, Stephannie, of entrepreneurs that hold us back is not grabbing the proverbial mic, not standing up and saying, I'm here. That's one of the number one things that keep us behind. And I think the best way to do that right now, as you're hearing my voice, pause, breathe, and determine I am going to step, or as we've heard in years past, I'm going to lean in, take action, because I'm telling you today, you do deserve to be in the room. You do deserve to be here. We need to hear your voice.
Ramon Ray, you are always so motivational. I've got a personal question that I want to ask you. Not too personal, but a personal question, because I was listening to, I do like a lot of thought-provoking, motivational texts, audios, things of that nature. And there's something to be said about making your bed on a daily basis, because you make your bed, and you're already off to a successful start. You've done one task for the day. And that means the second task, the second challenge that comes along, you can absolutely do it because you've already got one in the bank behind you. And if you end up falling on your face at the end of the day, at least you've got a nice, neat bed that you get to lie in at the end of the day. So I want to know, do you make your bed every morning?
Absolutely. My bed is made. My push-ups are done. My stretches are done. My bed is tight, Dan. It's like military precision. I'm a neat freak. Absolutely.
Got those hotel corners and everything with the sheets, I bet. Ramon Ray, thank you so much for your time this morning. We really appreciate you and your positivity, my friend.
Thank you, Dan and Stephannie. Bye-bye. Thank you.
And when we come back here on ARC Rochester, we are learning more about an upcoming career fair with the VA Finger Lakes.
Stick around. We're back on the other side of the break.
VA Finger Lakes is looking for new hires, and they are making the job search and interview process easy by hosting 2 nursing career fairs next month.
Yeah, and this morning we're taking a closer look at the upcoming fairs and how you can have a chance to join their team. We're joined now by Nurse Manager David Hunter and Public Affairs Officer Lydia Delgado for more. Thank you both so much for coming in bright and early. We appreciate it.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's dive right in and tell us about the career fair and what type of positions are available.
So this is actually a nursing-specific career fair. So we're looking for RNs, LPNs, and nursing assistants. And it's going to be, we're having 2 events, one in Canandaigua and one in Bath. As VA Finger Lakes, we do Rochester, Bath, Canandaigua, all the way down to the southern tier, so we cover a large part of New York State. So Canandaigua is obviously most close to Rochester. That's going to be August 13th from 2 to 7 p.m. And then the following day, August 14th, will be in Bath, same time, 2 to 7 p.m.
Nice.
Yeah.
And we had talked about it a bit before in the intro, but the hiring and interview process, how does that sort of work out?
So normally, of course, people would put in an application, have to wait to hear back from us. But with these hiring fairs, with these nursing fairs, they can come, bring their resume, have their references with them, and we'll do it all right then and there. So really makes it a lot easier.
Cut the middleman out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It does make life a lot easier, both on the applicant and the employer. For context, for somebody who's sitting at home saying to themselves, you know, I hear of the VA, I know they help veterans. Can you tell us, remind people about what the organization does, what the agency actually does?
Sure. So VA Finger Lakes serves approximately 37,000 veterans in the Finger Lakes area. We have 2 major medical centers, one in Canandaigua and one in Bath. We have community living centers, which David is a nurse manager on one of our community living centers. We offer acute care. We have a domiciliary in Bath, so that is for people who have certain mental health needs, maybe substance abuse recovery. But our main goal is to support our veterans in every way possible. So not only do we have these medical services, but we also have whole health programs and other opportunities to promote wellness and to keep them healthy in general.
Yeah, very important work, and thank you so much. What sort of employers are going to be here at the fair?
So it's just us. It's just going to be us. We're going to have nurse managers there and leadership that's going to be there, and I'm going to assume you'll be there.
I will be there, yeah.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to interviewing a lot of interesting candidates.
Yeah.
How many spots do you have open? How many people are you looking to hire across the VA Finger Lakes family?
So we're actually, we don't have a set number. 20 would be amazing. So there's many goals that we have. One, we have a brand new state-of-the-art community living center cottages that are going to be opening in Canandaigua sometime in the next year. These cottages are going to provide a more home-like environment. It's only going to be 8 residents, private rooms, private bathrooms, just like you and I have at our homes. So we're looking to pump up staffing so that we are ready when those are completed to move right in.
Amazing.
That's terrific.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering what would make the ideal candidate, obviously, depending on the position?
Well, I would say first and foremost is a desire to serve. You know, we serve those who served. And the VA is a very mission-based organization. So we're looking for people who are looking to make a career out of working for these veterans who have done so much for all of us.
And 30% of our staff are veterans as well. So it's veterans who gave then and continue to serve now. But I do also want to, and you might be asking this question, but I do want to talk about the benefits that we offer for nursing. So right now we're actually offering a sign-on bonus, $15,000 for RNs. Is it $12,000 for LPN?
I believe so.
And then $7,000 for nursing assistants. But not only do we have the sign-on bonus, but we also have great retirement benefits. We have what's called a thrift savings plan, and the VA actually matches up to 5% of what you give. So there really is great benefits outside of the fact that you're able to work with veterans every single day.
So great benefits as you work to benefit other people. I mean, it's benefits
Win-win.
all around.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It really is. It's a great organization, a great agency, and there are plenty of ways you can help the veterans across the greater Rochester and Finger Lakes region. We'll make sure to post all of this information as well as other resources that are available on our website, foxrochester.com, after the show this morning. Thank you both so much for waking up bright and early. We really appreciate it.
Of course, thank you.
Absolutely.
Hey, stick around. We've got much more to come here on ARC Rochester.
We're back on the other side of the break. Good Tuesday morning. Thanks so much for sticking with us here on ARC Rochester. If you're in need of a good laugh this summer, there is the perfect family destination just about 2 hours from Rochester that has a little something for everyone in the whole family.
Yeah, the National Comedy Center in Jamestown has a number of new exhibits and events, and this morning we're getting an update on what they have on display for guests to explore this summer. We're joined now by Kate Welshifer for more. Good morning to you.
Good morning. It's great to be back and bring you right here to Jamestown.
I know, very exciting. I know last time we were talking about the Joan Rivers exhibit, for example. What are some things that people can expect?
Yeah, the Joan Rivers exhibit is so exciting, and it's opening during the festival this summer in August. And it's an incredible way to show part of the mission here at the National Comedy Center, because it is a place that is immersive, it's interactive, it is fun for the whole family, but it also has a special mission of preserving comedy history for future generations. So Joan Rivers' Joke File is such a great example of that. It's 65,000 jokes. These are the jokes that she wrote throughout her career, and she was her own archivist as well, curating these jokes, everything from age to weather and plastic surgery and share in between. So it really is an amazing opportunity to see this work and show that the work that goes into comedy is quite extensive. So we're very excited to bring that to people. We also have an expanded Saturday Night Live exhibit as well. You can see one of the original scripts from the very first episode. You can also see the cue cards from the viral Washington's Dream sketch as well.
Kate, there really is something for everyone, and I want to talk about the festival that's coming up this summer. But on the theme of there's something for everyone, you guys do something very special when you first come in, when you first walk through the doors. You get to pick the style of comedy that you're into to kind of curate your entire National Comedy Center experience.
I'm glad you mentioned that because it really is such a special part of the National Comedy Center. You create your sense of humor profile. So what do you think is funny? So as you're making your way through the museum, the exhibits, the interactive exhibits, respond to you and say, aha, I know what you're going to enjoy here, and really serve that up to you. So it's personalized to your sense of humor. And if all of us are in an exhibit together, it reads the room and it says, okay, I know that this is going to please a crowd.
So let's get right to the festival. Tell us a little bit about what people can expect to see, who exactly is going to be a part of it. It's right around the corner.
It sure is. It's happening August 7th through the 10th. And normally I would save this to the end, comedycenter.org. I can't stress it enough. It's a great place to go so you can see everything that's happening. And you see it here headlining Jon Stewart. That show is sold out. But we also have another great comedy show with a concert component, Bill Murray and his Blood Brothers Band. And we also have Saturday Night Live head writer Streeter Seidel, a conversation about Saturday Night Live. Of course, it's the 50th anniversary this year, so what a fun conversation there. We have added additional comedy shows as well. We have late night comedy shows where that's a little bit more unfiltered, a little uncensored comedy there, but it's a great opportunity to see live comedy that ordinarily you'd have to be in a club in New York or LA to see this kind of talent. It's going to be right here in Jamestown. And in addition, we're also celebrating, of course, Lucille Ball. We have a special Lucy Gala and trivia events, as well as Lucy hometown tours, because Jamestown, of course, is Lucy's hometown, and you can walk in her footsteps, so to speak. But over 50 live events happening over 4 days. We have free block parties, live music. It's just a great experience to come to the Comedy Center as well, because we have special talks, special tours. We have special tours for kids even. And it's a great opportunity to see some archives that you might not otherwise see. And those experiences are included in your regular admission to the Comedy Center. So if you've been sitting around and saying, you know what, I've been meaning to drive those couple of hours to Jamestown from Rochester to enjoy this day, August 7th through the 10th is a great time to put it on your calendar.
Absolutely. Kate, so I got to ask, you've been at the National Comedy Center for a couple of years now.
Yes.
I want to know, and anybody who knows of you and knows your resume, knows your history, knows that you're a funny human being yourself. You have definitely dabbled in comedy, my friend. I want to know, is it a requirement for the job for everybody there to have that funny bone built into them? Because I feel like that would be kind of key to making the Comedy Center work.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, one of the funniest people I know is my boss, who's on the other side of this camera. And so I think that the two of us have an awful lot of laughs. You certainly can you don't necessarily have to be a comedian or be funny to work here. But I think that everybody that I know here has such a great sense of humor and just a great group of people, and people who appreciate comedy, the art of comedy, and having the opportunity to bring that to everybody and help people understand that, hey, you know what? It may seem silly and fun, but boy, we need it. It's important, and it brings us all together.
It certainly does. ComedyCenter.org. Kate Walshofer, thank you so much for your time this morning. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
When Arc Rochester returns, we're taking a look at some of the stories that have people talking this morning.
Yeah, and don't forget, you can take us on the go wherever you are. Arc Rochester is streaming live right now on the 13 Wham YouTube channel and foxrochester.com. Stick around, we're back after this.
Like parents and kids.
I know.
All right, 9:39. It's time to see what's trending now, starting with a new scam that is becoming popular on social media.
Scam that's trending. A woman took to TikTok to warn others of a scam she recently encountered on Instagram.
Yeah, she explained that she was contacted by an account who asked if she could use one of her posted photos for an art project. Oh, this has happened before.
The woman explained that the account seemed legit, had a large number of followers, numerous pictures and paintings, along with drawings, even interaction on the account from other accounts.
The woman went on to say that she approved the request because she didn't see any harm. After the confirmation was sent, the artist, quote unquote, messaged back saying that they would forward along a copy of the finished project as well as a commission.
Oh. The woman continued to push it further, seeing if it was really legit.
The artist then asked the woman for her full name and email address so they could send over an e-check.
I don't know about that. Immediately, the woman knew something was up, so she blocked and reported this account.
Now, a large number of commenters on the video shared that they too had been a victim of this now popular scam.
Some shared that they even did receive an actual copy of the art, and it looked like AI, but it looked so realistic that they believed it to be real.
Unfortunately, though, some fell victim to the scam, giving out their information and even going as far as to cash that fraudulent check.
No, you never want to do that. Other commenters were a bit harsh, asking the question, how gullible could people be? And even going as far to say those who fell victim are dumb. No, they're not. The people running these scams are dumb and cruel and terrible people.
Yeah.
And are taking up too much air.
Yeah.
If you ask me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's not fun when you fall victim to some things. I think definitely educating yourself and being aware that, hey, you know, if it seems too good to be true, it's too good to be true. But yeah, I think you have to make sure that it's on a reputable place. So like Etsy, for example, I got a picture made, someone like made art of an actual photo, turned it into like a painting type thing, and it was real.
That was something you commissioned, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. They didn't reach out to you and say, hey, can we use
do
your
this?
photo
Yeah.
for an art project? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. Make your account private. I don't know. I don't know the solution.
Yeah.
Just don't fall for scams. If you think it's a scam, if it sounds unlikely, probably is.
Looks like it does.
Speaking of things that seem real, in a world of various meat alternatives, sometimes it's hard to know what exactly you're eating.
An Instagram post is going viral after a cattle rancher shared what he discovered to be a glued meat product when ordering steak at a restaurant.
What does that even mean? In the post, the man is seen picking apart an 8-ounce filet that he ordered at a local steakhouse in Oklahoma.
The expert says he discovered that it wasn't an authentic and whole cut of meat when it came perfectly round, and tried just a little taste of it.
The video goes on to show him, you see it there, pulling apart the steak to show layer by layer that it's been glued together. What?
Yeah, he explains in the video that it probably is a sirloin that's been tenderized and glued together to look like a fillet.
In the caption of the video, the cattle rancher shared a bit of background about himself and how he raises and processes a large amount of cattle each and every year.
He claims that many restaurants and suppliers across the country are taking leftover scraps of meat, binding them together using a chemical enzyme, and selling it as filet mignon or sirloin to make more money.
That seems like fraud.
Yeah.
Now, this is not confirmed, but it has a lot of people on social media talking about the legitimacy of anything and everything they eat now. That's...
I mean, growing up, they always taught us to, question where our food comes from.
Sure.
We were raised in the not only Super Size Me, but there was I think it's called Food Inc. out there. So we really looked at the process. So you should always be skeptical. And clearly he was, for obvious reasons, because he's a cattle rancher. But yeah.
Yeah, You don't go into a restaurant and order a portobello mushroom and find out that you're eating, glued together baby bella mushrooms.
You know the saying?
All I'm saying, what?
The saying from Judge Judy?
No.
Or is it Judge Judy? I think it might just be a general saying.
If you pee on my leg, don't tell me it's raining.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. It's Judge Judy.
Yeah.
It is Judge. She's great. All right. Our final story this morning. People are
ganging up.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know what that word was. Ganging up on Gen Zers, calling them out for one particular habit they have.
Am I going to be targeted?
You're not Gen... Oh, you are Gen Z.
According to people on social media, older generations are fed up with the way in which Gen Zers answer the phone.
They know how to answer the phone?
Yes.
Oh, burn. They say that when Gen Zers answer a phone call, a lot of them don't say anything and wait for the other person to start talking.
Older generations say they can't stand it and have experienced too many instances of calling a Gen Zer and just listening to background noise or them breathing until they step up and say something before the Gen Zer.
When you pick up the phone, anytime you answer a phone, you say hello. Many employers have also weighed in, stating how they noticed a lack of phone etiquette among Gen Zers.
According to a recent study taken last year, 1 in 4 people aged between 18 and 24 just made it. Think it is okay to answer the phone without any form of greeting.
Other findings show that a majority of Gen Zers think it's rude to actually call people on the phone rather than text. It's called a telephone for a reason. That's how it was invented. The purpose of it, the reason you have that brick that you send those texts and look at your tweets and your TikToks is to make telephone calls.
I will say that I agree with the latter. You shouldn't just call someone out of the blue unless you're like cool with that person. So like my mom and sister, I'm gonna call them anytime. I don't have to send a text.
No.
When it comes to like certain friends or yeah, I'm gonna text first. Yeah.
No. You're wrong. I'm sorry. You're
I'm
wrong.
not.
You are. When ARC Rochester returns, we're not collecting $200, but we are passing go.
A look at another very special local edition of Monopoly. We're back after this. Boardwalk, community chess, get out of jail free. If you enjoy board games, you might hear these things and immediately think of the classic game Monopoly.
Yeah, and if you ever wanted to see some of your favorite local landmarks, businesses, or attractions to be featured in a game, well, now's your chance to submit those ideas for an upcoming release of Monopoly Finger Lakes edition.
For more on this exciting announcement and how you can bring your ideas to life, we are joined now by Lindsay Wallace. Good morning to you.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for having me today.
So this is really exciting for us, just to be able to have a Finger Lakes edition. Tell us a little bit about what the process looks like to get this up and running.
Definitely. So the Finger Lakes region, offers the perfect blend of history, culture, tourism, and charm, and honestly, just making it a natural fit for a community edition. There's so many ways to be featured within the edition. We rely heavily on suggestions from the public. So if you would like to send me your suggestions at fingerlakes@toptrumps.com, or you can go to our website, us.toptrumps.com, under the Monopoly nominations. I'll be taking those suggestions until October 17th, and then the game will officially launch in May of 2026.
Wow.
Lindsay, I'm wondering, can we just skip the paperwork? I want a 13 wham stop on somewhere along the Monopoly Trail. 13 wham television station. I really think we're number one. So I feel like we should be on there.
Amazing.
We'll have to see if we can make it happen. I know there are a bunch of places like Niktahu's, for example, that would be really cool. So when it comes to the Finger Lakes edition, how many places are you drawing from? Does that include Syracuse, maybe a little bit of Buffalo as well?
Exactly. So I want to hear from the communities in the small towns that make up the Finger Lakes to the college cities, the rural wine country, and then everything else in between. So we have a lot of ground to cover for sure.
Okay, now let's talk about the characters that you get to be, because in the original you can be the top hat, you can be the dog, you can be like a washboard. What are you guys thinking for the Finger Lakes edition?
So everything will remain originally to the original game of Monopoly, except for the four corners and the tokens. Those things stay the same.
Okay. All right.
And I'm wondering, Mr. Monopoly is close to town for us here. So what exactly can we expect from his appearance, if you know anything about that?
Absolutely. So today I will be walking around with Mr. Monopoly past City Hall. So if you're in town and you want to come say hi, we will be walking around saying hi to everybody.
And I believe you're in Canandaigua today, correct?
I am in Canandaigua.
That's very cool. Is Mr. Monopoly giving out $200 to people that walk by?
Wouldn't that be
Maybe
nice?
if you're lucky.
Maybe if you're... Listen, so I was joking with Steph before we started this segment that it's fine if I don't get the $200. I just want a get out of jail free card. So for my next traffic citation, I can just give that to the officer.
Absolutely.
And you guys can make that happen. That's awesome. Lindsay, remind people one more time if they're just tuning in. So we've got Monopoly, the Finger Lakes edition coming to us. When can we expect the game on store shelves? How do we get it? And how they can nominate their favorite restaurant, their favorite sightseeing spot, their winery, or their favorite television station to be on that map.
Totally. So you can email fingerlakes@toptrumps.com, or you can visit our website, us.toptrumps.com, and look under Monopoly nominations. I will be taking those until October 17th, and then the game will wrap up, and I will come back and launch the edition in May of 2026.
Wow.
Exciting.
Very exciting. Lindsay, thank you so much for your time this morning. We greatly appreciate it. I'm going to start drafting an email petition. We'll get signatures.
Wonderful.
We will have this done by the end of the day for you, okay?
Perfect.
Thank you so much.
Hey, stick around when Arc Rochester returns. It's this morning's Final Thoughts.
We're back on the other side of the break.
now for our final thoughts here on Arc Rochester. You have somewhere to be? Are you?
Just trying something out here.
We're
really
getting the
quick.
band back together.
Hello.
Hi, is this Ashley Zarcone?
It actually is.
It is. Okay, producer Ashley, quick question for you. Normally people are used to hearing you over the God speaker there. I am wondering, do you find it rude that I just called you out of the blue?
Oh my gosh.
Did I need to send you a text before I did this for it to be kosher?
Yes.
Yes, Chris.
said yes.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Do you really want my take?
Yeah.
You know, Ashley.
You're skinny enough. You can stand right there.
Oh, I'm skinny enough?
Yeah.
Well, somebody told me I look like Tony Soprano the other day. I'm like, he's kind of heavy.
No, you pop like.
I do. Yeah, no, I don't pop like. You look just like Tony Soprano. I'm like, oh, thanks, I guess.
When's your event?
It's Thursday at like I think 4 o'clock, but I don't even know what I'm doing. Like I think it's just
bartend?
Yeah, but I'm just pouring beer and wine. I hope I don't want anybody ordering like fancy drinks because I'll be like, I'm sorry, I can't help you.
That's fun.
Yeah, well, pour a beer, wine. Okay, I got you. But yeah, swing on by if you want to. I'll be there. It's for Veterans Hours. Oh, of course, anytime. It's for VOC.
It's nice you're still helping them out.
Yeah. I mean, even though I don't work there.